Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I wanted to make a Red Dead Online video, and in this video we're going to be discussing two topics. I thought I'd put the two of them together because both of them are, both news came right around the corner instead of making two videos out of it. But the first good news that we have, and probably the reason that you clicked on this video, is Rockstar is fixing the animal spawns. They have acknowledged the issue because up until this point, Rockstar have not said anything about the animal spawns, and the animal spawns have been a very big issue on Red Dead Online, and this has been going on since Frontier's Pursuits came out in September. So we've had a lack of animal spawns for months now, and people are getting really sick of it. People want the animals to come back into the game, and if you take a look at this right here, this is me riding around the Great Plains near Blackwater, and this is in a pretty populated lobby. That is the reason that the animal spawns are pretty bad. Whenever there's a lobby with a decent amount of people in it, then the animal spawns are going to be really bad. You can see me riding around here, empty fields, nothing. No animals whatsoever. I occasionally see a bird, but that's it. There's no animals here. None whatsoever. But then, take a look at this. I go into a legendary bounty, and when I go into a legendary bounty, I go to the exact same location. You see so many deer. Look at how many deer there are. I was surprised by just how many deer I saw, and the bison spawned right away. And I was able to easily get the animals. And some people, they'll tell me, oh, just go into a legendary bounty if you want animal spawns and to hunt. But I shouldn't have to go into a legendary bounty. I should be able to hunt in free mode. Shouldn't have to start a whole nother mission just to be able to hunt. So Rockstar has acknowledged this issue, and I'm also going to link this article, and I'll also link their tweet. But Rockstar has actually posted a tweet, and let me actually read the tweet to you guys. It actually is from Rockstar support. It says, "We are aware of player reports of low animals counts in Red Dead Online while playing in certain sessions. We are currently working on a fix and will provide an update as soon as we have more information." It's good that they acknowledge the issue, and it's that they're gonna say they're gonna do something about it. But my problem with this tweet is when they say in certain sessions. It's almost every session that you join. Now, this depends on the amount of players, because I joined a session the other day, there was 5 people in there, and there was animal spawns all over the map. But when I join a session with more than 20 people, the animal spawns are always messed up, so it depends on the player count. So if you see the animals aren't spawning in your session, take a look at the player count. See how many players are in there. Chances are the player count is pretty high. And this is from Rockstar support. Rockstar support, they're not always the greatest. They'll send you like a link to an article and say, oh, here's the fix. This is what you do to fix your issue. And a lot of times it's not the fix for the issue that people are looking for when they try to contact them. But at least they have actually acknowledged the issue, and they're going to do something about it. Now, I don't know if this has anything to do with the video that I made, because I basically made a video 2 weeks ago, which I talked about top 5 annoying glitches that need to be fixed in Red Dead Online. And number 2 and number 1 on that list was animal spawns and the camp glitch. Now, the camp glitch, that's also another glitch where the camp will not spawn, and this can be really annoying because even if you go into a legendary bounty and you start hunting and you get all, the carcasses and the pelts and you want to bring it back to crypts, you can't because the camp will not spawn. The camp is glitched out, and I've had it so many times where even when I go to camp, crypts will say to me, we're running low on supplies here, but the animal spawns, there are no animals anywhere. You feel like animals are extinct. And I remember before, Frontier's Pursuits, I would ride around the swamps of Saint Denis, right near Saint Denis, and I would see so many alligators. There were so many alligators all over the place, but now right around the swamps, there's no alligators whatsoever. That is how bad the animal spawns have gotten. So I don't know if that video played any kind of role in it, because I told people that, send this video to Rockstar in a support ticket, send it to them on their feedback page, and maybe they'll do something about it. I know I'm not the only one that talked about the animal spawns. A lot of other, Red Dead YouTubers have also talked about that issue. So looks like the community has gotten them to finally admit to the issue, and they're going to do something about it. But we should also be cautious with this, guys, because we don't know how long they're going to take to fix it. And it says we're currently working on a fix and we'll provide an update as soon as we have more information. How long is this fix going to take? Is this going to be in a week? Is this going to be in a few days? Or is this going to be months? We don't know. And one thing I really don't like about Rockstar when they do fixes, sometimes they do hot fixes for issues, but a lot of times when they have like a major like fix that they're going to do, they bring it into an update. And this is both on Red Dead Online and on GT Online. They're going to bring that in with the big update, the next big update. And I really, really hope that's not the case. I really hope we don't have to wait for the next big update for them to fix animal spawns. I hope they do it as soon as possible, because the next update on Red Dead Online is probably going to be somewhere in late March, because that is when the Outlaw Pass expires. That's just my prediction. I don't know if there's going to be an update in late March, but that's the earliest that I'm predicting because that's when the Outlaw Pass expires. So they'll probably have a new Outlaw Pass with the next DLC around there. But we'll see what happens with the animal spawns. Let me know what you guys think of this. Do you believe that Rockstar is going to fix it? And this animal spawn issue, last thing I'm going to say on it, is very, very important to the game because there is so many people that have stopped playing the game. There are so many people that have stopped playing the game because of this issue. When I ask people why they stopped playing Red Dead Online, two of the most common answers that I get is either camp glitch or animal spawn glitch. And in this article, they actually write that let's see, others have thrown out the idea that Rockstar is actually throttling animal spawns on purpose to slow players' progress in ranking up their trader role, which seems unlikely. Yeah, I agree with the article too, it seems unlikely. I don't believe that. I don't believe that, that they're intentionally throttling the animal spawns. I think that's stupid. That's getting into conspiracy theories. I don't believe that. Rockstar, I will admit that sometimes they're really lacking on fixing their game, but I don't think they're doing it on purpose. That's just conspiracies at that point because you would be basically destroying your own game. There's a lot of people that have gotten off the game and have stopped playing the game just because of the animal spawns, so it doesn't make sense that Rockstar would be intentionally ruining the animal spawns. And look, when you go into an invite-only session, I shouldn't say invite-only session, but when you go into a public session that has barely any people in it, the animals will spawn. They'll spawn in legendary bounties. So if Rockstar was throttling the animal spawns, they wouldn't spawn in legendary bounties and they wouldn't spawn in public sessions with very few people. So let's see what they do with that. Moving on to the next part. The next part is that Rockstar is going to be adding another update eventually, and they have commented on actually what they want to add. They kind of did like a vague description, but they did talk about some other things like businesses. So let's see what they said exactly. And I skipped through this article. The second article is pretty long, but I just wanted to skip to the part where they talked about, the next update for you guys. But it says here, there's rooms for more roles in the future, but it's not about an escalation of increasing scenarios and stakes. My group of friends each specialize in a role, decorating our camps and characters to reflect that reality. Now, I like this idea because the roles are a great idea, and I think they should really, really improve the roles, and I think that this is a step in the right direction, and I want to see more roles in the future, like role-playing in the Wild West, where, one character is like an outlaw, one character is like a bounty hunter, another person's like a trader running a business, like things like that. One thing I don't like is how, like, everybody's like running a lot of the roles together. Like, I don't like that. I would like it to see it where one player specializes in something. One player is like a good bounty hunter. One player is like a good outlaw. And, you kind of mix it up. You meet other people that are good in certain activities. Like, one person's like, I'm an outlaw. This is what I do. I rob trains. I rob banks. Like, things like that. Another person's like, I'm a good guy. I take down, outlaws. I stop them. I bring them in. Things like that. When you add stuff like that, you're adding more of a role-playing element to the game, and I think that is what Red Dead Online really needs for the future. But it says here also there's a lot of additional roles we want to introduce, which touch on features we haven't explored in Red Dead Online, said Tariq Hamad, associate online producer at Rockstar. We still are very much in the formative stage, delivering an array of roles and gameplay type within those roles. So the game has been out a little bit over a year, so they are going to be adding more stuff in, and look at GT Online, look at how long it took to add all that stuff in, so we do got to be a little bit patient with this. It says, in addition, previously introduced roles are still going to get upgrades and love from the devs. Okay, I want to see that, because it says here we'd love to keep adding new collections and additional variety to collector gameplay. Now, Rockstar with the Moonshiner update, they changed the collectible locations. They didn't, add anything new. They just changed the collectible locations. Why don't, you add something new to the trader, like new sales, like, sell at this specific hour, sell to this buyer or something like that, and you get even more money than normal. Something like with the Moonshine sales, but we can do that with the trader. That can definitely be added. And it says, one idea we really want to explore, the idea of posse members each finding a distinctly different part of an item that when brought together forms the collectible you can log into your collection. That seems kind of interesting, where, you find pieces of an item and then you kind of put it together, but it sounds very similar to what we already have, even though they're not pieces of an item. You find like 10 sets of like rings and you put that all together and you sell that as a collection. How would that be a little bit different, unless, we have like a puzzle piece where we actually have to put it together, like kind of like a puzzle. We put the whole thing together, kind of like a little mini game, and then maybe we can use the item. Maybe the item actually has some use for something like that. They could do that. But what caught my eye was the part that says property owners have more to look forward to as well. So they're going to add more properties in the future. The Moonshine property, the Moonshine Shack, is not the only location. Some of the roles would let us introduce more feature-rich businesses and even communal spaces that players can gather and meet up socially, lone wolves and full posses, said Hamad. Maybe even let each player own part of such a space. What would this be? Would this be like a big saloon that people can meet up in? And I'm assuming that people can't shoot each other, because if you can shoot each other, that would just be absolute chaos. Curious what kind of properties they're going to add. People have said they could add a gold mining business, a oil business. I don't know if they're going to do something like that they're going to let you become like a big oil businessman or something like that. I mean, the theme of the game is more of an outlaw, but I could be wrong on that. The Moonshiners update is another layer on top of what was already a flourishing world. Red Dead Online's updates are rarely as momentous as a new World of Warcraft expansion or comprehensive as No Man's Sky's complete revamp. Instead, they focus on honing a core experience of exploring the Western frontier and telling your own cinematic story. I like that, Each person has their own unique playstyle. One person is a good guy, one person is a bad guy. And this is what I love about Red Dead Redemption. And, GTA doesn't do stuff like this. In GTA, you are a criminal no matter what. You're playing the online or single player, you are a criminal. You might have some choices along the way, but regardless, you're a criminal, you are a bad guy. In Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption Online, Red Dead Online, you have the choice. You can be a good guy, you can be a bounty hunter, or you can be a bad guy, and you can kill a lot of innocent people, things like that. They still haven't added a lot of bad guy things. You can do bad guy things like kill people, stuff like that, but they haven't added a lot of bad guy things. They have the honor system, and they need to take that honor system and improve it and add role-playing abilities to it. Add an outlaw role. We have the bounty hunter, which is the good guy role. Add an evil role, some kind of role in the future where we're an outlaw, we're committing specific crimes, and that role will give you low honor. You play that role gives you low honor. Just like when you play the bounty hunter and you bring bounties in alive, you get high honor, this role will give you low honor for completing the activities. Something like that. I think an outlaw role would be absolutely perfect. Let me know what you guys think of that. I would love to see train and bank robberies, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. What do you think of the whole animal spawn issue? Do you trust Rockstar to fix it? Do you not trust them? And what do you look forward to in a DLC? What kind of DLC do you want to see next? Let me know down below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like. If you're new to my channel, enjoy my content, subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone.